What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing something that I've talked about for a little while and something that quite a few of you guys have asked for. We are going to be cat deleting my early 1999 Ford F250 7.3. Now, if any of you guys are 7.3 enthusiasts or anything like that, you might know that majority of these trucks did not come with cats on them. Majority of them just had downpipe, exhaust pipe to a stock muffler, and then come out to the tailpipe back here. But a lot of the early 99 models, this being built in technically 1998, being marked as a 1999 because it wasn't released until then, this has what's called a resonator cat. And if you happen to miss the video, I did do a muffler delete already on this truck, which is what this piping right here is. This is our muffler delete. So the stock muffler comes in, it's 3.5 inch inner diameter, comes in and then goes up through the muffler and then has a 3.5 inch inner diameter exit on it, and so the pipe kind of is shaped like a squiggly line basically, and we've got that in there. And well, this is the resonator cat right here, and I have been looking online just for a like 15 inch piece of 3.5 inch straight pipe to just basically chop right here off, weld it on, and then go right into there. But unfortunately, I cannot find one that is shorter than like 22 inches. And I don't want to pay a shop some ridiculous amount to cut this out and weld in a piece of pipe. So what we're going to be doing is unbolting this right here, unbolting this exhaust clamp right here, sliding this out, and we are going to hollow out this resonator cat. And if you've never heard of the term hollowing out a cat or a resonator cat, it is something that was done back in the 70s and 80s and 90s. It's kind of an older term before there were really cat deletes out there. What you do is basically take off the cat off the vehicle and take a big steel rod or crowbar or pick or anything like that, and you chop up all the internals of the cat and hollow it out, reinstall it, and you basically have a straight pipe. And well, since I was having such a hard time finding just a piece of straight pipe to replace that resonator cat with, I figured I'm just going to go ahead and hollow it out. Now, the biggest reason a lot of people don't just hollow out their cats anymore is people found out that you can cut your cats off and sell them for actually pretty decent money depending on your year, make, and model vehicle. Now you might ask, why do people buy catalytic converters, or why do people sell them? Why do they get stolen? Because it is a very common thing stolen off vehicles, and that's because it contains precious metals inside of them. So inside of a catalytic converter, it almost looks like a piece of honeycomb. It's normally a cylinder that fills the entire inside of a catalytic converter, and it is filled with precious metals. It's got all types of different types of metals bound up into this little honeycomb piece. Just a quick Google search tells me that there's rhodium, palladium, and platinum, and many other metals inside of catalytic converters. So people buy them, they sell them. Well, typically the people that buy them sometimes also steal them, and they cut open the catalytic converter, they pull out this honeycomb piece, and they're able to sell it to scrap yards and things like that. But a lot of people that buy and sell these catalytic converters illegally, they have you fill out all types of forms. I did it with my last truck, my Chevy. The cat eye that I had, I cut the 2 cats out of it, and I sold those. I made $120 off those 2 catalytic converters, and he had me sign all these different forms and everything, took a picture of my license. That way he could prove that he bought it from me and it wasn't stolen, because a lot of scrap yards or junk yards or recycling yards, anything like that, won't take the catalytic converter without proof of purchase, because then you can't prove that you didn't steal it. So I've sold cats off my 85, I've sold them off my Silverado, and it was a big hassle with my Silverado. It took like 3 hours of paperwork and dealing with a sketchy dude, and it just, after that experience, I don't know if I want to go through that again. It's a big hassle. Normally the people that are buying them aren't the most trustworthy people. They're pretty sketchy and just creep you out. So instead of going through that hassle today on the F250, we're just going to hollow it out, dump all the precious metals into the trash can, and go on about our lives. Now that we are underneath the truck, we can go ahead and remove these 2 nuts off this exhaust clamp right here. Go ahead and get these loosened up, see if we can break this free just a little bit, and then we'll move up and do the 2 bolts up there. And now that we got those loosened, we're gonna loosen this clamp right here. I apologize, it's a little compact underneath here, but you have a nut right here and you have a nut right here. So this is where my pass-through kit comes in handy. So my ratchet can slide right over top of this and we can get these loosened up. So I'm gonna spray some WD-40 on here and get to wrenching. That thing is smoking. Hopefully you guys can see the smoke coming off of this one and this one. You guys might have been able to see it in the beginning, it's not too strong now. You can see how this right here had to be cut. I cut a slat right there, cut a slat right there, I peeled this out, peeled that out, and then same way on that side. Because this was clamped so tight up top there, the groove, it just would not come apart. And then I ended up pulling this exhaust hanger out, laying this down on the ground, pulled this exhaust hanger out right here, and I've just sat it here. I set this end on this block of wood, and I sat with my propane torch and just torched the crap out of it, sprayed some WD-40 on it, torched the crap out of it, sprayed some WD-40 on it, and I just kept doing that. So now when I put this back in, the slats that I cut didn't go past the end of this, so I'll just hammer them back together. If to make myself feel more comfortable, I'll throw a tack weld on them. If not, I'll just throw this exhaust clamp right back here on, because I cut those slats, as you can see with this one, it just barely goes past that line. That line's right here, so that means that I only cut to about there. So with that clamp on, it should clamp all that back down, but I can always throw a tack weld on there if I need to, just to tighten those back up. But we finally got this thing off. I'm gonna let it cool down and I'll show you guys what's inside it. All right, so as we can tell, I've got it stuck down in the ground right here. So you guys look right down in here, you guys can see there's this honeycomb front to it. And what we're gonna be doing is hammering all of that out. I'm gonna get a nice long pry bar or the handle on my jack and just get to beating the inside of it out. Okay, now that we've hammered all the way through, you guys can kind of see through to the other side. See if I can get some movement over here for you guys to see. There we go. You guys see the light down there at the end. So just keep repeating this. This is the crap that comes out of the inside of it. It looks just like a honeycomb. Quick little disclaimer: if you live somewhere where cats are supposed to be on your vehicle, if you live in an emission state or anything like that, do not use this video to modify your vehicle. Do this at your own terms. If you decide to haul out your cats and you get in trouble with emissions, because you will not pass smog if you do this, I'm not liable. Don't do this to your vehicle. If you're gonna do it on your own terms. Just a little legality spot right here. I'm not liable if you haul out your cat, your vehicle stops working, or you get a check engine light, you don't pass smog. I'm not liable. Alright, after a nice long fight, a major mess of this honeycomb crap. You guys can see all the way through it now. So this thing's completely hollowed out. Now is the part that we've all been waiting for. So get it put back in the truck and get it started up. Well, I don't know how much of that you guys truly got to see. I didn't realize my camera battery died, but we got it back in there. It did not go in easy at all. Had to use this block of wood right here and this little 5-pound sledge, but finally got it done, got it on there. And I have to say, my right arm is wore out from swinging this thing right here today. This thing put up quite a bit of a fight. Oh, I was wrong. This is not a 5-pound, it's a 3-pound sledge. I don't know if you guys will even be able to see that. It says 3-pound right here. My arm is wore out, and this block of wood has seen some better days. It got the crap beat out of it. But now we can reinstall this back into the hangers, and I might still run a weld across those cuts. Not entirely sure yet. As you can see, this one right here might be close, so it might just be easier, just real quick, go ahead and throw a weld across there. So I'm gonna do that off camera. Go ahead and throw that weld on that and possibly the other side. That way, just a peace of mind knowing that it's not gonna leak. All right, now it's time to see if we have any leaks and how it sounds. So this will be the first startup. I haven't heard it yet. I wanted to start it up with the open down pipe, but I figured there's not going to be a big sound difference between the open down pipe and full straight pipe. So let's hear it. And quick note, this is the first time it's been started since yesterday. So cold start. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, so I should have done this forever ago. This thing, it sounds insane. It sounds so much better. It's actually loud now. Like, I can't believe how much of a difference just gutting that cap made. It is so much louder. Like, I actually kind of have to talk loud now. But and clean up a little bit, clean up all my tools, and we'll go get some sound clips of it. It is so much louder. Okay, well that is the fastest this truck has ever, ever moved. And that wasn't even full throttle. That sounded amazing. So this is the in-cab noise. I'm sure you guys probably hear the belt squeal over anything. I really need to fix that idler pulley. It comes and goes. So like, if I spend $60 somewhere else, I'm gonna spend $60 somewhere else. We are behind a strip mall basically. Gonna get some revs and some takeoffs for you guys. I don't know if I'll be able to go full throttle through here, but we'll try. What do you guys think? Let me know down below how you think it sounds. I think it is so much better, and we don't have any exhaust leaks, which is always a plus. This thing sounds so much better, and so many people told me that when I cut the muffler off I would notice a big difference, but really with the muffler I didn't notice too much of a difference. Doing this catalytic converter, notice all the difference in the world. This thing spins tires when it takes off. Like just there I power braked it and it got up and went. Over here I spun tires all through the gravel taking off, which I mean gravel's nothing, but this is a untuned bone stock 7.3. But now we've got full straight through down pipe, straight pipe. This thing sounds sick. It's got some power to it. I'm happy with it. And I think I just found the new filming spot. This is like 5 minutes from my house, and there's no cameras, there's no nothing back here. The only thing I gotta look out for is glass and needles and God knows what else, but I think this might need, English. I think this might be a new filming spot. We can get watched by all the people in these apartments and just talk to a camera sometimes. So I think I'll be coming back here to film some videos, because I got some videos that are gonna be a lot of talking and just walking around for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please go down and drop a like on this video for me. If you haven't already, go down, click the subscribe button, and if you don't want to miss out on future uploads, go ahead and hit the bell. But that's up to you guys. All I can do is ask you to do it. You got to take the 5 seconds to do it yourself. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.